Egg farming has been changed forever in the latest patch. Now, the big differences are there are now 6 eggs instead of 3 per zone. It only takes 1 battle to reset the eggs you've already picked up. There are more likely to become a rainbow egg in the upper echelons. You are more likely to get egg exclusive monsters. You are more likely to get egg exclusive moves. So if you are wanting to do some egg farming, the tips that I will give you are: first, find an area that has a path you like to go through. I personally like this one, so here I am doing a path for eggs. Now, the first time you go through here, in my opinion, you're going to want to go and probably look up one of the guides or maps online. That is actually the monster I've been looking for, so that's awesome. You're going to want to look for those guides, and you're going to want to get as many of those 6 eggs as possible. The only eggs that reset are eggs that you have picked up, but you can get away with less. Remember, everyone egg farming before got away with doing 3. So I'm going to do a little bit more because I think there's a couple more egg spawns this way. And what I have to do is make a decision. So once I've gone and cleared an area and collected a few eggs, I have to decide, do I want to reset the area I'm in infinitely and basically only stop when I get the egg I want? Or do I want to just collect eggs in general and reset 2 separate zones? And that is personal preference. I think you're probably, if you're after a specific monster, it would be faster to full clear a zone, get all 6 eggs, do a single battle, which I'm going to do now, do a single battle, and then move on to another area, save the game in that area with autosave turned off, go back to the previous area, and do a route through looking for the monster you want. And if you don't get them, just go back to the title screen. That'll load you back into the other area. Go back into the area you want to farm and repeat. I'll give you an example of that in a second for anyone that couldn't follow along. So here I am. Because I've done this, every egg I picked up after this one battle will reset the moment I leave the area. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go here. We're going to go to this upper echelon. Doesn't matter where. And once I hit this upper echelon, I have a choice, a very important choice to make, and so will you have to when you're egg farming. Once I've made it here, I need to decide, do I want to, first of all, I'm going to save the game, just no matter what, I would do that. So I'm going to save the game. And I have autosave turned off. That's just what you have to do if you're doing the method where you reset. So I can go here if I want, and I can go and pick up the eggs in this zone. And I can do as many as I want and then battle a monster. And then after I'm done, I can go all the way back to this area. But I prefer this area. And I believe that some of the monsters that are still, unless they've changed it, they're still more common in certain areas. So maybe I'm targeting the egg monsters that are specifically more common for this zone. I can go, after saving, come back here, come in, and just do a quick run through looking for eggs. Why can I do that? Because if I don't find the monsters I want in the eggs, I can go ahead and just go to title screen and it will reset it. So I can just make the same path basically I did before. And we'll see if I run into any eggs. I'm so glad that I got that egg I was looking for, by the way. Did not take long, and that might be because these farming paths have been a lot quicker. So there's an egg right there between these two. I could go ahead and grab that if I wanted, but just for the sake of showing that the eggs will reset the way I said, we're going back to the title screen. Now, of course, Molehole has also been updated. I don't know if I'll make a separate video for that. I'll just mention that while I'm loading this back in. Molehole has been updated so that when you defeat a monster or catch a monster, that another monster just pops up, a random one. So that means if you're searching for a specific B rank, you go down the Molehole and don't see it. You don't have to leave anymore and go back in or none of that nonsense. So here you can see we're back at that upper echelon. I'll go back here. So that's just going to speed up people trying to synthesize, especially following my guides that use Molehole extensively, which is pretty nice. Molehole got a lot of quality of life there. Joe's Dungeon got updates. I need to go and look into that. But I haven't actually done any of the dungeon runs, actually. I bought the DLC. There's an egg down there that wasn't there before. That's just showing that there are different eggs. There's no egg down there. And there's a chance there'll be that egg back up there that was like the same spot, but it'll, of course, have a different monster in it. We'll go see. But it's a nice touch. It's a nice change they've done. Definitely makes everything a lot easier to do for people trying to farm eggs. Because I don't think there's any... See, there's no egg back there. I don't think anywhere in the game actually told people that you had to defeat 10 monsters to reset the eggs. If it's in the game, I missed it. And thankfully now you only have to defeat one. That's pretty intuitive, and I think that's pretty nice. Nice change.